Stephen Castine at the North Bowl Lanes, just outside of beautiful downtown Plattsburgh. It's the 13th day of February 2016, and we're here for the Section 7, CBAC Section 7 bowling. And yep, we're in the 9th frame. The Cougars are off to a slow start here in this first game. We're going to cover a little bit of the Cougar boys and girls and head out. We've got another busy Saturday with too many places to go. That was Gabe Cisco. And now we got Stephen Mayo coming up. We're in the 9th frame in game 1. I wish somebody had told me, but they had a nice I saw the coach Bob. Last name I can't remember at the moment, but I'll get that before I leave today. Bob was leaving the lanes just as I entered, and he said they had a nice ceremony honoring his 1986 state championship team. Had we known about it, we would have made that extra effort to be here to see that recognition. He said he gave a plaque to the Munson family for recognition of all they do for bowling in the area. That was neat. Rita. Let's see how the first 3 Cougars are doing here. He's got a 126 with a strike. That'll take him into the 10th. Here's Justin LePan. We'll finish up game 1. We'll go cover the girls, and we'll be back for game 3 for the Cougar boys. Our angle is not that good here because of really crowded conditions. LePan has just a 5-pin to get down. The Cougar seniors, so he's bowling his last high school match up here in the North Country. Temperature when we shut our vehicle off at 3 below. It was 5 below when I left home, headed north to switch our daily DVD program. There's Matt Jolliker. I got a mile from home. It was 7 below. Got 2 miles from home. It was 9 below. So I'm going to turn around and go home. But on our way south here, it started to get a little milder, if you can call 4 below milder. And overnight, the projected low in the Champlain area was going to be 18 below tonight, and the Ellenburg Center, they're projecting a low of 27 below here on this February 13th, February 14th weekend here. It's very, very cold snap. Coach Rick Dumas prancing around here. They're not allowed to coach too much at these sectional playoffs. The top finisher today will go on to the States, and Cisco starting the 10th frame, and they'll also pick an all-star team, which is based, I think, on not only today but throughout the season. So Cisco was working on a spare, so he has a 112. He'll bowl 6 games today, and he's not going to get much added to that. He'll get 8 on his fill balls to give him a 120. Now there's Stephen Mayo. He's working on a double. And he left, looks like just the 8 pin. We'll see what it says. It is indeed the 8 pin. We don't get a lot of communications from the bowling world, so we have to find out when things will get going. It starts roughly the same time every year. Let's see, right now it's 10:22. So they had warm-ups scheduled for 9:20. And first pin was probably knocked down in earnest sometime shortly after 9:30. So that'll be it for Mayo in this game one. He has a respectable 170. Now working on a strike is Nathan Catanzarita. Two lanes here at the North Bowl, twice the size of the bowl mark. Zarita doubles. No balloons here. That's different. There's some down the other way, closer to the girls. What happens is it looks like most of the balloons are pretty high up. What happens is the parents get here, grab a seat. Oh, he's a 7 pin. Grab a seat, stack a bunch of balloons on the table, and then they're the only ones who can see what's going on. Everybody standing up behind them can't see anything except the balloons. So looks like they've got less of that impact this year. That's an improvement. Looks like he missed it. Catanzarita will have a 174. Now we've got LePan coming up, working on a spare. Strikes. LePan with the strike. And everybody here, all the boys are bowling against all the boys, so it doesn't matter who happens to be on sharing the lanes with you. They just happen to be sharing the lanes. It's just they do a draw and you get the lanes that are drawn. Oh, it's a nasty little split. Let's see. Saying a 1-3-5-9. Let's see what the 1-2-7-9. Yeah, I knew it wasn't a 5. 1-3-7-9. So he's got a split and double wood. So it's a tough pickup, tough little spare to pick up. Let's see how he does. And he lives the 7 and the 9. I'll give LePan a 154. And I'll bring up Matt Jolliker. Jolliker strikes. He was working on a double, so he's got a triple. sure he'd like to strike out. Walmart earlier this year, we thought Song at 279, just one pin shy of a. Where's he going here? He's got another ball. One pin shy of a perfect game. Left a 10 pin. All right, here's his final ball of the first game. First of 6, they do 3, then take a lunch break, and come back and do 3 more. Bill Jolliker strikes out. Give him a very, very nice 218. So an 836 for the Cougars, but I'm sure there's a lot of teams that have done better than that, and looks like a lot of them have already finished up and are starting their second game. We're going to move on to the girls in the Section 7 Bowling Championship. All right, those are the Cougar girls scores. Ashley Martin, Autumn Rock, Caitlin Bruce, Sabrina Fair, Madison Dumas had a nice 227. That's the first game. Not know what the hold up is for the second game. And we did get the name. Sorry, Bob Harris. We had forgotten your name momentarily, but Bob Harris was the longtime coach for Beekmantown Bowling. Of course, it's Buddha, Jim Garrett now, and Charlie Stone. And they did honor the state champion team from 30 years ago earlier today in the ceremony here. It looks like the girls are set to go. We're going to try to glance over if we can pick her up and catch the Munson girl for Beekmantown, because every once in a while the Munsons contribute to hometown cable. There's Martin. Well, the Beekmantown girls are here. And Sarah Munson is the 5th bowler. Looks like she just got a strike. I heard Ashley Martin. Always hectic because there's just really no room to get. I end up standing in front of people, which we always hate to do. But these places aren't built for huge crowds, because not that many times in the year you need a huge area to put everybody. Autumn Rock. Oh, Martin got an open. Rock picks up her spare. And Coach Dumas following the camera. Following the camera, Rick.
Yeah, I like being on TV.
This gets 6 pins. I'm going to have to lower my camera just a little bit here while we're running. Just a little bit. Here's Bruce. And she picked up her spare. Now we get the Sabrina Fair for the Cougars. And Munson is up for Beekman Town. On Town Cable, we try to support the folks who support us. Munson with a double. And Fair gets a nasty little split. Like a 1-7 or a 5-7. Probably a oh, it looks like a, yeah, I'm not sure. I'd guess a 5-7, but I don't know. She'll get 9 for the frame. And David Coates, the other Cougar coach. Two more. Sorry we missed the tribute to the 86 team. Had we known, we would have made the extra effort to be here, but as I said, we don't get any communication. So we do what we can. 9 pins for Madison Dumas, and we got Ashley Martin starting the second frame. There is wrestling sectionals today. I don't think I'll be heading to Ellenburg for that. A spare for Dumas. There's also a hockey game tonight. I won't make that decision until evening time whether I'm going to cover that. Nice spare there by Martin. And throughout today and tomorrow there's an annual Northeastern Clayton Youth Tournament. When we leave here, we'll be spending several hours in the gyms at Northeastern. We'll be back there tomorrow, and like I said, I'm not sure at this point whether we'll be heading for the hockey rink tonight. Here's Rock, which leaves a picket fence. 1-3-6-10. And 9 for the frame for Rock. And bring up Caitlin Bruce. Again, I want to thank everybody for not bringing balloons, only a few balloons here and there. Usually that just adds to the problem of trying to get a picture. And Bruce leaves the 1-2-8. We have Munson working on a double. She has a triple to start the second game. There's Bruce going for her spare. peaked. She missed them all. We'll bring up Sabrina Fair, who's working on an open. 2 strikes. For the victory. Now Madison Dumas. Oh, we got the Clark girl here too. I gotta pay attention to her. Dumas strikes. How's Clark doing here? Her family up in the Northern Tier will want to have her on camera once in a while. They're fine viewers, supporters of Hometown Cable. That's her grandparents I'm talking about.
We have some high scores for the first team. And Northeast Division, Madison Dumas, 227. Dalton Rexford from Saranac, 215. Nick Bain, 207. Matt Hall, 225. Paul Fable, Troy McDonald, 200. Ryan Thomas, 238. Brandon Engel,
Martin,
213.
Spare.
Tyler White with a 213. From Beavertown, Charlie Morgan, 209. Nick Pratt, 224. And Dylan Seymour with a 224. From Drew, Aaron Clark, 204. And his personal best, Darren Owens with a 219.
Strike for Rock.
From Northeastern, Madison Dumas, 227. From Roseville, Cole Pierce, 236. From Take on the Road, Connor Lazone with a 207. Anthony Hayes, 204. Marty Gray with a 224. From Northeastern, Matt Oliver, 218. From Peru, Brianna Barno, 212. Let's take on the road, Diane Butler with a 212. And Oxford High School.
Taking her time here.
From Beavertown, Eliza Agony with a 204. And from Beavertown, the seniors, Sarah Munson, 268.
68, Sarah Munson. In the first game, wow. Bruce gets a strike. In a row for Munson. I don't know if that was a 10-pin. One of them just didn't want to fall, but it did. Here's Spare working on a spare. Coming off a 268, she's got 4 strikes to start the second game. How about that? I think last year we had a game going on right in front of us, but one of the teams we weren't paying attention to is Spare gets 9 for the frame. And I don't think we noticed it till the final ball. Really check out the other bowlers. Looks like Clark is up here for Peru. He gets 8 pins. Robert Roy Jr. And Dumas. Oh, strike for Dumas. Clark spares. looks on the Cougar side. We have 4 marks going into the third frame. Martin. He's a 1-2. Munson's up for Beekman Town. Took a big sigh before she grabbed her ball. Pressure's on. So 7 pin brings her reign to the end. 8 pins for Martin. Oh, we got a 7-10 over here. Nope, that ain't happening. There's Rock. And Munson going for her spare. They missed her spare. Munson missed her spare. Rock got 9 pins. That happens. That happens. Bowlers are just knocking everything down, and they get a less than perfect first ball. They got to shoot a spare, and it takes them a minute or two to get back on track, and they miss the easy spare, and that's what happened there to Munson. But they can't take away the 4 in a row that she got. Or the 268 she had in the first game. We got Bruce set to come up here for the Cougars. One, 3, 6. Bruce going for her spare. For the frame. Here's fair. Six won't fall. 6 refused to fall. Fair. Clark? No, it's not Clark. Bowler away from Clark. Beekman Town is right next to us. I suppose I could keep track of most of their team. There's Dumas. Avoided a split, leaves us to 7. There's Clark. Right. There's Clark. Reeves for Beekman Town. With Diane Reeves. Dumas going for a spare. to get it. Martin for the Cougars. It's just the 5-pin. Reeves picks up her spare. We got Eliza Agony for Bateman Town. She gets 8 pins. Martin will pick up her spare. Most of the bowling season I'm doing 4 lanes, so I can do 2.2. Agony has the 4-7. She'll get it. There's Rock. Rock leaves the 2-4-7. I'll get us to Munson. See if we can get back on track. And 2 strikes. Sarah Munson with the strike. Oh! Hard to do that. Have 3 in a row and leave the middle one. A little action off the wall, get the 7 pin. Oh, we got bowling there with it should be Morgan Brunette. Yeah, Morgan Brunette. Brunette has just a 5-pin. Caitlin Bruce at the bowl for the Cougars. There's Brunette. And she will pick up her spare. There's Bruce. Bruce leaves a 6-7-10 split. We got Barcombe, Ashley Barcombe now for Bateman Town. Barcombe left it's like just a 7-pin. Bruce with this 6-7-10 split. Let's see if she can pick this one up. That'd be something to brag about. Goes for the wood. It's 9 for the frame. Barcombe going for her spare. She will pick it up. Sabrina Fair. She gets 7 on her first ball. We'll bring up Reeves for Bateman Town over on lane number 8. Reeves with a strike. There's Fair. Now we have Clark. And Agony for Bateman Town over on the far right. Clark. Strike. And Agony. Who gets 9 on her first ball. Dennis gets a strike. Oh, Martin set to start the frame. Agony picks up her spare. I'll get us to Munson, who's working on a strike. Martin leaves the 4-pin. Munson, who struck 6 out of 7. Or 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. Spare for Martin. Rock up for the Cougars. Leaves the 4-7. Rock with the spare. We got Reeves starting for Beekman Town. She leaves it's like the 4-7-6 or 4-6-7 or 6-4-7. Brunette. Goes for the wood. There's Bruce. The strike. Game 2 for the girls. Section 7 bowling here at the North Bowl. February 13th is Barcombe. And fair for the Cougars, 87, Barcombe left, I don't know what, it's the 5-7, I think. Ashley Barcombe. Baby split. For the frame, fair was fair. Dumas will step up for the Cougars, Clark for the Peru Indians, and Cheyenne Reeves for Beekman Town. Reeves with a strike. Dumas goes to 6-10, Clark. There's a 1-2-10. Agony left just 1 pin. And Dumas picks up her spare. Clark with 9 for the frame. Eliza Agony going for her spare. So he picks it up. Get us to Sarah Munson. We got Ashley Martin for the Cougars. Over in lane 5, Munson in lane 7. Munson leaves 2 pins. Martin knocks them all down. Looks like the 2-5 for Munson, yes. It is the 2-5. That's a doable spare, I would think. Autumn Rock for bowl for the Cougars. First here's Munson. She covers her spare. Let's see what her score is now. Look at the ocean. 165, 175 on a spare. Nice strike for Rock. Looks like the Beacontown team is through 8 frames. Cougars and Indians are in the 7th frame. Brunette picks up a spare for Beacontown. Morgan Brunette. There's Bruce. Nine pins. Barcombe. Barcombe with a strike. Bruce. While we're waiting for Bruce, Reeves knocked down the strike. Bruce is a slow bowler. I'd like to say a slow bowler. A slow bowler. The strike for fair. Agony. Agony strikes. And up Dumas. Dumas strikes. Clark is up. Munson over in lane 8. Clark strikes. And Munson leaves a 10 pin. Old Martin will start the 8th frame for the Cougars. There's a bunch. And Munson picks up the spare. So that'll bring up Brunette for Beacontown. And Martin getting her ball back. Billy's 2 gets 8 for the frame. A lot for the Cougars. The Roseboro Warriors are bowling with the Beacontown Eagles. So those are what the red shirts are all about. Nine pins. Brunette with a strike. 9 pins for Rock. Beacontown in the 9th frame. Oh, got a ball. There's Brunette. Wait a minute, that should have been Barcombe. Are they in the 10th? Oh, they're in the 10th. Excuse me. But still Brunette doubling there. Bruce is up for the Cougars again. There's Brunette finishing up her game 2. She strikes out. Strong finish. Strike for Bruce. Oh, Brunette. Oh, there we go. Brunette. There we go. 182. Strong finish. Now Barcombe is up for Beekman Town. Ooh, nasty split. Like a 2-10. 6-10 for Fair. A tough split here for Barcombe. Fair with the spare. Clark coming up for Dumas for the Cougars. Barcombe will try to get her spare. There's Clark. She strikes. There's Barcombe. He picks up that split. Wow, wow. It's like a 2-10. Dumas leaves at 5-9. Oh, what a nice pickup there for Barcombe. She thought her game was over. No, she's going to keep bowling. Martin set to start the next frame for the Cougars. So 7 pins on her fill ball for Barcombe. Martin gets 9 pins. And spare for Dumas. Now we got Reeves starting for 10th for the Eagles. They're coming on strong. Graphics are pretty, but not if we're trying to get the scores. And their time is limited here. Martin picks up the spare. Okay, now they're back. So 182, 187. And look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row for Barcombe. So she's working on a 4-bagger. And she's got 5 in a row. Wow. Meanwhile, Ropp picks up a strike. 5 in a row for Barcombe. He's coming on strong. Oh, excuse me, for Reeves, not Barcombe. Reeves. Barcombe is finished. Reeves, I gotta keep track of who I'm talking about here. And Reeves strikes out 6 in a row to end the game. Wow. Thank you for the graphics. Here's Bruce. Leaves 2 pins. And finally can see Reeves score. They're worth the wait, 227. Well, they're going to have a nice team score here, Beekman Town. Agony up. Agony with the strike. Bruce. Bruce gets 9 for the frame. There's Agony. Off the 10 pin. With a grin. So Fair now. For the Cougars. strike. You wouldn't know it from her expression. Agony. Fill ball. No, spare ball. Oh, wow. He doesn't get a fill ball. But a nice game. But, had an open in the 10th. There's Dumas. Strike for Dumas. Okay, Agony finishes with a 244. How about that? And that includes an open. Oh, actually, no, she had a strike, then a 9, so she wasn't an open. Most she could have got was a 245. Agony finishes with a 244. Heck of a game. Now we've got Munson and we've got Clark. Oh, Munson's already thrown the ball and she disappointing. Disappointing finish from Munson. Clark leads a split. 200 game for Munson. It's a 211. Two opens. Foster with 211 goes to a 264, 268. Whatever that 268 I think the first game was. Team total of something like what 1095. That's pretty darn good. No scratch, all scratch I should say, no handicaps. Clark has an open in the 9th frame. And Martin is set to start the 10th. There's a 136. 126, 124. The mirror image of the 136. Brain's not working today. Well, she's got a possible 145, 155. Possible. True bowler wants nothing to do with her. And she's going to be listed by at 110. She'll settle for a 135. And we got Rock working on a strike. Coming into the 10th. The Eagles have already started their 3rd game. And Rock doubles. Burnett has a nasty little split to go in over there. He gets a field goal. There's a Rock. He gets a triple. Hey, Murphy. It's not even Thanksgiving. Barcombe leaves it 2-7. Oh, 144 for Martin. Just 9-10. Second fill ball, Barcombe. The mini split for Beekman Town. She will pick it up nicely. Give Rock a 166. I got Caitlin Bruce coming up. And we got Reeves bowling for Beekman Town. So like a 1-7 split. And Bruce has a 5-10, I believe. Reeves. They're picking up the split balls today, the mini splits. They're picking them up. Bruce. Oh, giving a good try. Giving a good try. Well, Bruce will finish with a 124. It's the fair. Agony. With a strike. And a grin. It is fair. 8-10. 8-10. There's Clark. Starting her 10th frame with a strike. Munson for Town. Strike. Gave it a shot. She had to give it a shot. We're 159. I'll bring up Dumas. Here's Clark. Clark says nothing to it. Nothing to it. Grandparents Roy and Mary, strong supporters of hometown cable. Dumas with a strike. Start her 10th. And Clark finishing up her 10th frame. He strikes out. Humbly doing it, humbly. All shucks up. Dumas. Two strikes. Strikes out there. You think it was spring training starting. We're a 173, 807 team total. Peru. Let me check the Cougars team total. They got an 8-12. Dumas. Oh, 9-pin stand. Oh, Dumas. The total will be 228, not bad, 821 team total. So that's going to wrap up our look at girls bowling here at the Section 7 Championships here at the North Bowl. We're going to move on to catch the last game of the boys. Well, we're back here just in time for Justin LaPan. Starting his first frame in the third game. With all the support that LaPan's family has given hometown cable over the years, you know we had to be here today. Joliker. And he strikes. We'll be wrapping wrapping up 2016 coverage of high school bowling here with this game. Unfortunately, the counter doesn't give the rolling count for the series. Just gives the current score. So I'm not able to tell you how these teams are doing overall. The 31st and 32nd lanes are quiet. Just a few extra bowlers there. Cougars did not, of course, this year did not have a full B team, and they did to start the season, but they didn't end up with a full B team, so we cut into the standings in the league. They're the A's and the B's and overall, and it used to be A's would have one score, B's would have another score. I ain't paying attention to who is bowling with the Cougars there. I guess it doesn't really say. There's Cisco starting his second frame. He had a strike. And he gets 4 pins on his first ball in the second frame. He had a strike in the first frame before we got here. He'll get 7. That'll get us to Stephen Mayo. Another senior for the Cougars, along with Pan and Joliker. I think those are the only 3 boys. It was over a week ago. I've already wiped that part of my memory. The Mayo leaves the 1-3-6. And with a curveball, and he does not pick up the spare. So that will get us to Nathan Catanzarita. I'm right next to the eastern door here at the North Bowl. It's a little cool. It looks like they're 1-2-4. 1-2-4 left for Catanzarita. Trying to stay out of people's way here. That'll be an open for Catanzarita. We'll bring up LaPan. He's working on a strike. Hey, doubles. That'll get us to Joliker. Cisco set to start the third frame. Zolliker with a strike. Well, he doubles. And Cisco gets a strike. His second strike here in game 3. Mayo looks like he struck in the first frame. Slid into the gutter. Slid into the gutter. And he gets a spare. Mayo, it's a 10-pin spare. As he was working on an open, and didn't cost him anything to miss that first one. There's Katan Zarita. And I give him a strike. Once again, we'll mention that we were disappointed that nobody had contacted us about a section honoring Bob Harris and the 1986 girls state champions, their 30th anniversary. Had we known, we would have rearranged a few things to be here to capture that. But communication, people just expect automatically hometown cable is going to be there. Strike 3 for LePan. All right. 3-strike kiss from Grandma. Wow. That'll make his day, I'm sure. There's Zolliker. We can't keep up with LePan. He leaves a bunch on the right. That is the technical term, a bunch on the right. He left the 3, 6, 9, 10. And he gets 3 of them, leaves just a 9-pin. Yeah, we have no idea which school we got here. Bowling with the Cougars. If we can read the shirt here, Roseboro, is it? No, Saranac. Lake. I didn't think the Saranac Lake team. Saranac Chiefs. Could be the B team. Could be the A team. Well, I know they all go in a hat. All get picked. There are some schools who didn't have B teams this year. Here's a look at what it looks like here at the North Bowl. On this busy Saturday morning, February 13th, President's Day weekend, day before Valentine's Day, day after Abraham Lincoln's birthday. Cisco leaves a 1, 2, 4, 10. 1, 2, 4, 10. Nine for the frame. Who are these guys? Mariah. And next time is a purple uniforms. That'd be Ticonderoga. Mayo. Who picks up a strike? I'll get it to Catan Zarita. Steps in front of us so we couldn't see that he left. 1, 3, 6. Going to spare. Oh, LePan working on 3 strikes. We'll step up. Justin LePan. Now Matt Jolliker. Oh, 479. That's not his area code. That's the split he's got to pick up. Jolliker gave it a shot. He gave it a shot. Couldn't quite pick up the edge of that 4. Now he gets 8 for the frame. Now we're back to Cisco. Right for Cisco. Yep. There we go. Strike, open, strike, open, strike. Will the next one be an open? Time will tell. Here's Mayo. He leaves the 6-9. .246 for the team, 314 for the Cougars, 363. They're in the 5th. They're in the 5th, 282. Let's give you some ideas of other teams in the vicinity. Left, 6 pin. Left the 6 pin. Oh, Captain Zarita working on a spare will step in. About 22 minutes before noon. 210. 1-2-10. An 8 for the frame. And you got this guy who's working on 4 strikes in a row. Up next, Justin LePan. The 1, 2, 4, and a 5. No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's a 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. All the back row went down. So you'll want to mark here and pick up the spare. Certainly a doable spare. But not automatic. It depends, I guess, on how he hits that 2-pin here, being a left-hander. And he missed it. So as happens, as we've already seen today, after the string comes to a halt, takes a frame or so to regroup. There's Joliker. Three, 6, 10. Cisco up now. He strikes. That's a double for Cisco. Joliker. He left the 3. Well, Cisco, the only one to mark in the 5th, is Mayo. Is the 3-10. And they get the 10-10. Captain Zarita. And he strikes. I'll bring up LePan. See if he was paying attention. That's just a 6. Pins are bouncing around. Sometimes they bounce around and everything falls, and sometimes they bounce around and pins are left standing. Well, the another spare. Whoa! Just picked it up. Breathes a sigh of relief. When he gets the mark, now I'll bring up Jollifer. Strike for Jollifer. Up next for the Cougars will be Gabe Cisco. We'll mention the names of the 3 B-team players who finished the season for the Cougars. Not sure if they're here somewhere in the crowd bowling or not. Evan Favreau, Andrew Visconti, and Tyler Lapham. Those were the 3 members of the B-team.
Honor scores for Team 2.
Don't know if they're here or not.
For Ticonderoga, Duncan Bain with a 201. Bowling for our table, Tyler Wright, 224. Bowling for our table, Brandon Ingram, 224. Bowling for our table, Ryan Thomas, 232. Bowling for our table, Noah Martineau, 227. Bowling for Eatontown, Charlie Morgan, 204. Bowling for our table, Troy McDonald, 235. Bowling for our table, Alex Wesley, 211. Bowling for Eatontown, Cheyenne Reeves, 227. Eliza Agony, bowling for Eatontown, 244. Bowling for Eatontown, Sarah Hunton, 211. Bowling for Mariah, Whalen, 206. Bowling for Ticonderoga, Gavin Fleury, 201. Bowling for Hillsborough, Cole Pierce, 216. Bowling for Saranac, Nick Mays, 244. Bowling for Eatontown, Kylie Hilborn, 214. Bowling for Northeastern, Matt Jolliker, 226. Bowling for Northeastern, Madison Dumas, 228. Bowling for Peru, Cole Cagle, 201. Bowling for Ticonderoga, Garrett Ross, 212. Bowling for Ticonderoga, Cheyenne Studio, 211. Nice bowling.
Alright, we left the camera rolling to pick up those scores from the second game. Cisco working on a double. Is up. The way this team in red is bowling, they've definitely got to be a B team. So Cisco gets 9. Cisco. He picks up the spare. Now get us to Mayo. strikes. Double for him, I think. Yeah. It's a double. We're in the 7th frame. The man is up. He's working on a spare. What's the 3-pin? Leaves just the 3-pin. So on deck, it looks like Cisco's ready to start the 8th frame. Picks up his spare. Cisco and then Jolliker at the bowl. Here, right to Cisco. This is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th strike. This game, not this match. There's Jolliker. Right for Jolliker. Oh, he's got a double. Mayo will step up next. Mayo is working on a strike. Looks like everybody marked in that frame for the Cougars. Strike for Mayo. Captain Zarita. Captain Zarita.
Nice turkey. Ruby says,
Well, Ben.
Bowlers and coaches, the pizza is here and we're ready to serve. As soon as you're finished bowling, you can go in the lounge area, straight in at the food table.
Nine. Leaves a 3.
Make sure you have your lunch ticket with you. That is for the bowlers and coaches. As soon as all those bowlers and coaches have gone through, we'll open it up for the adults. They will pay cash volume $6 per person.
$6 a person if you want pizza on bowling day here. Just gotta wait in line. Here's the pan. Free for the bowlers. Well, if they've already paid, I don't think it's free. I imagine they prepay. So spare the pan. Now Jolliker. And he leaves us the 2-pin. We're in the 8th frame. Jolliker has been working on a double. And we have a bit of a delay here, waiting for a ball, I guess. Waiting for a ball. Still waiting for a ball, apparently. Now it comes. I've been blaming it on the bowlers. I'm going to start blaming it on the equipment here. Slow return. Jolliker picks up his spare. So there's where he stands right now. Everybody marked. 2 frames in a row. The recruiters as they head for the foundation frame, the 9th frame. It's 5 before noon here on this Saturday. Cisco is up. Bowled the first cougar ball in the 9th frame. Almost a double pinochle, but we got the 4-6-7. He was working on a strike, so I'm hoping to get at least 9 for his fill. No, he looked like me like he was going to try to pick up the spare. So we'll bring up Mayo. Strike for Mayo. A double. Yeah, it's a double. No, it's a turkey. It's a 3-bagger. Okay, Cat and Zarita up now.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, after the break, before we start the afternoon,
Cat and Zarita is working on 3-bagger already. He's already got a turkey.
2016 seniors who are competing today.
It's 3 pins. At least 3 pins. Well, he's got a more doable spare, but he does have that double wood to contend with the 1-2-9. Double wood got him. That was the 8-1-2-8, not the 1-2-9. 1-2-8. Really been off today as far as naming my pins. If this were named that pin, I'd be losing. Former Denton Publications is here now. Now the sunny side of the news. There'll be a full center fold spread in next week's Denton Sun papers.
Well, hopefully we'll get a few pictures in.
We want a full spread in the center.
Huh?
Full center spread in the middle of the papers.
Yeah.
Okay, we're right here. Keith Lobdell promised us.
Got a lot going on this weekend.
Yeah. Cisco picks up 8 pins on his first ball in the 10th. Japan struck. Japan snuck a strike in there. We were distracted. Here's Jolliker getting 9 pins. So Japan has a strike going into the 10th frame. Cisco with a baby split. It's like the 5-7. He'll get the 5, leave the 7. So Cisco will get a 154. There's Jolliker bowling his last ball in the 9th. He's going to miss the spare, so he'll have an open coming into the 10th frame. There's Mayo. Mayo strikes. So that's 3 in a row, is it? 4. 4 in a row. 4 in a row for Mayo. Coming on strong to end game 3. Again, we'll be heading out of here as soon as this game is over. Oh, he avoided the double wood, but he's still got a split to 210. Row 210 split-a-rooney. Well, 154, as we said, for Cisco. Mayo. Let's see, 179. 189, I guess, is as good as he can do. Let's see. No. We'll give him a 187. Not a bad game at all. Is Captain Zarita. I think he had an open. He had an open in the 9th. After 3 strikes in a row. 2, 4, 5, 8. 2, 4, 5, 8. Looking to pick up a spare and get a throw ball. He'll now get his throw ball. He'll end his game at a 155. Now LePan is working on a strike. Doubles. So you'll probably want to end this game like you started it with 4 in a row. We've got a 200 game for sure here. Well, got to keep his ball on the lane, but outside that, he got a 200 for sure. Oh! Oops, wrong one. There we go. There's a 195 plus 20. So I think he's got a 215 right now, and he can get a 216. And he's pairs. So now they're bad. He gets a 215. Yep. So he had a 214 and he needed that to get the 215. Not a bad way to end your hometown cable coverage career. Now Joliker. 8 strikes. Well, I guess the best he can do is a 178. It fell.
Just a reminder, bowlers, as you're finishing, please go into the lounge area, go straight in. with your lunch ticket. And you get a couple pieces of pizza, a couple cookies, and a drink.
All right.
Thank you.
Bring your lunch ticket. Angelica strikes out. So that's not a bad way to end his hometown cable coverage. 178 for him, 889 for the team in his third game. Just to give you comparisons, 683 there, 950 there, 750 there, 713 there, 615 there. So they did pretty good, but it's only the best team will advance, along with several All-Stars. So that's going to wrap up Hometown Cable's coverage of the Section 7 Bowling at the North Bowl, February 13th, 2016. You're watching viewer-supported local television, Hometown Cable. And our thanks to the folks who support Hometown Cable and have for these many years, and we invite the rest of you to step on board and show your appreciation for all Hometown Cable has brought you over the past 33 years. Thanks for